You have been carrying a burden that was never meant to crush you, and before you go any further, stop and hear me. I see the weight that has followed you through your days and into your nights. I see the questions you have hidden behind your smile. I see the moments when you tried to appear strong while your heart quietly asked, "How much longer can I keep going?" I have seen the road that has felt too steep, the doors that remain closed, the prayers that seemed to rise into silence, and the tears that came when no one else was watching. Nothing about your struggle has escaped my attention. You may feel forgotten by people, overlooked by circumstances, or delayed by events you cannot control, but you have never been outside my sight. Do not mistake the difficulty of this season for the absence of my hand. Do not look at the length of the night and decide that morning will never come. I am still with you in the place where you cannot yet see the way forward. I am still guiding you when the next step feels uncertain. I am still working when your situation appears unchanged. There are moments when you want me to remove every obstacle immediately, but sometimes I am doing something deeper than changing the road around you. I am strengthening the person who walks upon it. The pressure you feel is not always a sign that you are being abandoned. Sometimes it is the place where endurance is being formed. Sometimes the tears you shed become the soil in which compassion grows. Sometimes the waiting you resent becomes the room where trust learns to breathe. I am not asking you to pretend that pain does not hurt. I am asking you not to surrender your faith to the pain. Bring the pain to me. Bring the confusion to me. Bring the anger, the disappointment, the unanswered questions, and the fear of tomorrow. Do not believe that you must become perfectly composed before you enter my presence. Come as you are, because I already know what is in your heart. When the weight of life begins to press against your spirit, do not run deeper into noise. Slow down, breathe. Become still enough to remember that I am near. The world may tell you that every problem must be solved immediately, that every delay is a failure, and that your worth depends upon how much you can accomplish in a single day. But I do not measure you by the speed of your life. I call you into my presence so that your heart may be restored. Speak to me honestly. Tell me what is troubling you. Place before me the decisions you do not know how to make. Lay down the concerns that you keep replaying in your mind. Then learn to wait with trust. Waiting does not mean that nothing is happening. Silence does not mean that I have stopped working. There are things taking place beneath the surface that you cannot measure today. A seed does not announce its growth while it is hidden beneath the soil. A foundation is not celebrated while it is being laid beneath the building. Much of what becomes strong begins where human eyes cannot see it. In the same way, there are places within you where I am shaping patience, wisdom, humility, courage, and faith. You want the answer because you can see the problem, but I see what stands beyond the answer. You want the door to open because you can see the room before you, but I see every path that will follow once you walk through it. You want relief for this moment, and I understand the cry of your heart. Yet my care for you reaches beyond the temporary solution. I am concerned with your life, your character, your peace, your relationship with me, and the good I can bring forth through what you are learning. So do not call the waiting empty. Do not call the hidden season wasted. Do not call yourself defeated simply because the outcome has not arrived. I am teaching you to trust me without demanding that you control every detail. I am teaching you that faith is not the ability to predict the future. Faith is the willingness to place the future in my hands. You may not know how tomorrow will unfold, but you can know who walks with you into tomorrow. If this message is speaking directly to the place where you have been waiting, type "I will trust" in the comments as a simple declaration of faith. Let those words remind your own heart that your story is not being carried by fear. And as you continue listening, do not rush away from this moment. Stay with me until the end of this message, because there may be a truth here that you need to carry into the next decision, the next difficult conversation, or the next night when your thoughts begin to overwhelm you. This is not merely something to hear and forget. Let it become something you practice. When trouble comes, choose gratitude before the circumstances change. This does not mean you must be grateful for every painful thing that happened. It means you can still remember my goodness in the middle of what hurts. Gratitude keeps your heart from becoming completely imprisoned by the present problem. It reminds you that this moment is not the whole story. When you thank me for breath, for strength, for another morning, for the people who love you, for the grace that has carried you through other storms, your heart begins to remember that darkness is not all that exists. Joy is deeper than the temporary comfort of an easy day. Joy can remain even when tears are present. Joy can live beside unanswered questions. Joy can rise when you remember that you are not facing life alone. Pain may visit you, but pain does not have to become your master. Fear may knock at your door, but you do not have to invite fear to rule your house. When you pray, do not think of prayer as a last emergency tool. Let prayer become the place where you return again and again. Speak to me when the day begins. Speak to me when your plans change. Speak to me when you are tired. Speak to me before you make decisions that could shape your future. Speak to me when you are happy, because I do not want to be invited only into your suffering. Bring me into your ordinary moments. Let your work, your responsibilities, your relationships, and your choices become places where you remember my presence. My child, you do not have to carry every responsibility as though the entire world depends upon your strength. There are things you cannot control, and admitting that is not weakness. There are people you cannot change, outcomes you cannot force, and tomorrows you cannot fully prepare for. Release what belongs beyond your hands. Do what is yours to do with wisdom and love, and trust me with what remains outside your reach. Anxiety often grows when you attempt to live in a future that has not yet arrived. Return to today. Return to the breath in your lungs. Return to the task before you. Return to my presence. I am not asking you to become passive. I am asking you to stop allowing worry to become your guide. Let wisdom guide you. Let prayer guide you. Let truth guide you. Take the next faithful step instead of demanding to see the entire road. One step taken with trust can carry you farther than 100 steps taken in panic. And remember this, your value is not decided by your worst day. You are not the sum of your failures. You are not permanently defined by the mistake you regret. You are not beyond grace because you have stumbled. There may be voices that remind you constantly of what went wrong. There may be memories that try to pull you back into shame. But do not live as though your past has the final authority over your future. Come back to me. Receive grace. Learn from what happened. Walk forward with humility. When you fall, do not build your home in the dust. Rise again. There is a difference between conviction that leads you toward change and condemnation that tries to convince you that change is impossible. Do not confuse the two. I do not call you to remain chained to guilt. I call you toward freedom, truth, and transformation. The love revealed through Christ is not a reward for people who never struggled. It is grace offered to those who know they need mercy. You are loved more deeply than your fear can measure. You are not forgotten in the waiting. You are not abandoned in the valley. You are not unseen in the crowd. And you are not required to earn my attention through exhaustion. Receive this truth and carry it into your life. When your mind begins racing tomorrow, pause and ask yourself what you can do faithfully today. When fear predicts the worst, answer it with truth. When your heart becomes heavy, do not isolate yourself from prayer. When you feel ashamed, remember that grace calls you to return. When you are tempted to believe that nothing is changing, look more carefully at the strength, wisdom, and endurance being formed within you. I am guiding your path even when the road is not fully visible. Keep walking with faith. Keep praying with honesty. Keep loving when bitterness would be easier. Keep worshiping when circumstances do not look the way you hoped. Worship is not confined to a song or a gathering. Worship can appear in your kindness, your forgiveness, your generosity, your integrity, and your willingness to serve someone who cannot repay you. Let your whole life become a response to the love you have received. Before you leave this part, let these words settle into your spirit. You do not have to understand everything today in order to take the next step. You do not have to see the entire future in order to trust me with it. Bring me your burden. Bring me your questions. Bring me your weary heart. Walk with me through this day, and let my presence become greater in your mind than the fear that has been speaking to you. If these words have brought peace to your heart, comment, Amen. I receive this, and let that be your personal reminder to practice trust when life becomes difficult. And if you feel happy and strengthened by my words, stay connected by liking this message, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone who may need encouragement today. And if you would like to support this ministry so more people can receive messages of hope and faith, you can use the support link given below. Now stay with me, because this journey is not over. There is more for you to understand about the love that restores you, the grace that frees you, and the purpose that can rise even from the seasons you once thought would destroy you. You are not loved because you have performed perfectly. You are loved because my heart has never turned away from you. There are days when your mind tries to convince you that you must prove yourself before you can come close to me. You remember the mistakes you made. You remember the opportunities you lost. You remember the words you wish you could take back, and the seasons when you wandered farther than you ever intended to go. Sometimes you look at your own weakness and wonder how I could still desire a relationship with you. But listen carefully to me now. My love for you was never built upon the fragile foundation of your perfection. If it had been, you would spend your entire life afraid that one failure could make you unworthy of love. That is not the life I call you to live. I know the places where you have struggled. I know the thoughts you have never spoken aloud. I know the battles that others cannot see. Yet knowledge of your weakness has never surprised me, and your need for mercy has never exhausted me. Come out from the shadow of shame. Stop hiding from the one who already sees you completely. You do not heal by running farther from me. You heal by returning to the place where grace meets truth. Remember what love has done for you. The cross is not a decoration to be remembered only from a distance. It is a declaration that your life matters to me. When sin created separation, love moved toward you. Through Jesus, grace was revealed with a depth greater than human understanding. This does not mean that your choices do not matter. It means that failure does not have the authority to close the door forever when you turn back to me. Mercy calls you to rise. Grace gives you strength to walk in a new direction. So do not spend your days living as though you are a prisoner who has been released but still refuses to leave the cell. Stop looking constantly over your shoulder, expecting your past to drag you backward. There is a freedom I want you to understand. Freedom is not permission to remain unchanged. Freedom is the courage to stop being ruled by what once controlled you. Freedom is the ability to walk forward without carrying endless chains of condemnation. You may remember your past, but you do not have to worship it. You may learn from your mistakes, but you do not have to build your identity around them. You may have weaknesses, but weakness does not mean that you have no purpose. Every morning you are given another opportunity to return your heart to what is true. My mercy invites you to begin again. Perhaps yesterday did not go as you hoped. Perhaps you lost patience. Perhaps fear controlled your decisions. Perhaps you returned to something you promised yourself you would leave behind. Do not use yesterday as an excuse to abandon today. Bring your failure into the light. Confess what must be confessed. Receive forgiveness. Seek wisdom. Take responsibility where responsibility is required. Then continue walking. Do not allow guilt to become your permanent identity. I am calling you to remember who you are. You are not defined by the opinion of every person who misunderstands you. You are not defined by your bank account, your appearance, your popularity, your title, or the number of people who approve of your choices. The world changes its standards constantly, but your worth should not rise and fall with every changing voice around you. Learn to stand upon something deeper. You are precious. You are known. You are called to love and to be loved. You are invited into a life of faith, courage, humility, and grace. When the world tries to tell you that you are only as valuable as your latest achievement, remember that your soul cannot be measured by applause. When people reject you, do not assume that rejection has become your identity. When plans collapse, do not assume that your future has disappeared. I can still guide you through a road you did not expect. If you are ready to stop allowing your past to speak louder than grace, type "I choose freedom" in the comments. Let that declaration become a small but meaningful reminder that you are not called to remain trapped in yesterday. Now listen, because freedom must become something you practice. There will be moments when all fears return. There will be days when your confidence feels weak. There may be familiar temptations that try to pull you back toward patterns you know are harmful. When that happens, do not panic and decide that you have made no progress. Growth is often a journey of repeatedly choosing truth. Return again, pray again, stand again, ask for help when you need help, open your heart to wisdom. Do not isolate yourself in the very moment when you need truth to surround you. I am not asking you to pretend that transformation is effortless. I am asking you to believe that change is possible. Bring your attention back to the present moment. Do not allow your mind to live forever inside the worst possibilities of the future. Tomorrow has not yet arrived, but your fear has already tried to make you suffer for it. Return to today. Ask, what faithful action belongs to this moment? Perhaps you need to pray. Perhaps you need to apologize. Perhaps you need to rest. Perhaps you need to forgive. Perhaps you need to make a wise decision you have been avoiding. Whatever it is, do not wait for fear to disappear completely before you obey what is right. Courage often moves before comfort arrives. And as you walk forward, remember that my presence is not limited to extraordinary moments. I am near in the morning light and in the quiet evening. I am near when your home is filled with laughter and when the room feels painfully silent. I am near when you feel confident and when you are uncertain about every next step. My presence is not a prize reserved for your best days. Bring me into your ordinary life. Invite me into your work. Invite me into your conversations. Invite me into your decisions. Invite me into the plans you are making for the future. When you wake up, do not allow the noise of your responsibilities to become the first voice you follow. Pause before the rush begins. Remember me. Ask for wisdom. Offer your day to me. You do not need complicated words. Honesty is enough. A sincere heart can pray while driving, working, walking, cooking, caring for family, or sitting quietly alone. Learn to walk with me throughout the day. When something goes well, give thanks instead of becoming consumed by pride. When something becomes difficult, seek wisdom instead of surrendering immediately to panic. When you do not know what to do, stop long enough to pray before fear writes the next chapter of your actions. You have spent enough time allowing anxiety to imagine stories that have not happened. Do not keep rehearsing disasters inside your mind. Do not confuse worry with preparation. Wisdom prepares, but worry repeatedly suffers over what it cannot control. There is a difference. Release the future into my care and give your energy to the responsibilities of today. You cannot carry every possible outcome at once. You cannot solve 10 years of life in a single night. Take the next faithful step. My child, I want you to learn that trust is not a feeling you wait for. It is a decision you practice. You practice it when the answer has not arrived. You practice it when the door remains closed. You practice it when your plans change. You practice it when other people do not understand. You practice it when the future remains hidden. You keep coming back to the truth that you are not walking alone. And when you begin to understand this, worship becomes more than a moment of music. Worship becomes the way you respond to life. When you choose kindness instead of cruelty, you are reflecting what you have received. When you comfort someone who is hurting, you are allowing love to move through your hands. When you share with someone in need, forgive someone who wounded you, or remain honest when dishonesty would benefit you, your ordinary actions can become acts of devotion. Do not underestimate the sacred value of simple obedience. A gentle word can become worship. A generous act can become worship. A faithful decision can become worship. A quiet prayer can become worship. Your entire life can become a living response to the grace you have received. You do not need to impress me with a performance. I desire a heart that continues to return to love, truth, and obedience. Let your faith be visible not only in what you say, but also in how you treat people, how you handle disappointment, how you respond to success, and how you carry hope into difficult places. And never forget this, you are not alone. There is no valley where my presence cannot reach you. There is no ordinary day too small for my attention. There is no honest prayer too quiet for me to hear. There is no broken season that is automatically beyond restoration. There is no failure so final that grace cannot meet a heart willing to return. So lift your head, release the shame that keeps you looking backward. Receive the mercy available for this new day. Walk forward in humility. Love boldly. Forgive deeply. Pray honestly. Serve generously. And trust that I can guide your life one faithful step at a time. If these words have encouraged you, comment. Amen. I will keep walking by faith and carry that decision with you into the next difficult moment. Do not let fear have the final word over your future. Let trust become your answer. Let gratitude become your habit. Let prayer become your refuge. Because you are not walking toward an unknown future alone. I am here, I am near, and I will continue to guide you, one faithful step at a time. You are searching for peace in places that were never designed to give you peace, so come back to me. I know how easily your heart can become divided. One moment you trust me, and the next moment your thoughts begin running in every direction. You search for security in money, approval, plans, relationships, achievements, and circumstances. You tell yourself that if one more problem disappears, then you will finally rest. If one more door opens, then you will finally feel safe. If everyone understands you, then you will finally stop feeling lonely. But even when you receive what you once thought would satisfy you, another fear may rise and ask what happens if you lose it. This is why I am calling you deeper. There is a peace that cannot be built entirely upon changing circumstances. There is a rest that must begin within your relationship with me. The world around you can change quickly. People can change. Plans can change. Opportunities can change. Even the things you believed would remain permanent can suddenly look different. But do not build your entire inner life upon foundations that can move without warning. Build your heart upon what remains true. I am with you, I hear you, I know you, I love you, and my presence does not disappear simply because your circumstances become difficult. You have spent time trying to find certainty in tomorrow, but tomorrow has never belonged to your control. Release the need to know every detail before you take the next step. You may not know where every road will lead, but you can still walk wisely today. You may not understand every reason behind your season, but you can still choose faithfulness in the middle of it. Stop asking fear to become your prophet. Fear will show you images of everything that could go wrong and then demand that you treat those images as promises. Do not surrender your peace to possibilities that have not become reality. Prepare wisely where preparation is needed, but refuse to allow worry to become the ruler of your mind. There is a difference between wisdom and anxiety. Wisdom seeks truth. Anxiety repeatedly imagines disaster. Wisdom takes action. Anxiety becomes trapped in endless thoughts. Wisdom understands that preparation has limits. Anxiety refuses to rest because it believes everything depends upon your constant concern. Come to me when your mind becomes exhausted. You do not have to carry every unanswered question into the night. You do not have to solve every relationship before you sleep. You do not have to understand your entire future before morning comes. Let some things remain in my hands. My child, there are burdens you keep lifting again after you have already placed them before me. You pray, then worry. You surrender, then reclaim the burden. You ask for guidance, then panic because the answer has not arrived immediately. But I am teaching you to remain surrendered. When you give something to me in prayer, return to that prayer when fear rises. Remind your own heart that you have already placed this concern before me. Choose trust again. Surrender is not always a single dramatic moment. Often it is a repeated decision. Again, release it. Again, pray. Again, breathe. Again, remember who I am. Do not become discouraged because you must return to the same truth more than once. Your heart learns through repetition. Just as you may need to remind your body to rest, you may need to remind your mind where peace is found. Return to me. Return to truth. Return to gratitude. Return to prayer. And while you are waiting, do not allow your life to become empty. You may be waiting for a relationship, a job, healing in a situation, direction for your future, or an answer to a prayer that has remained in your heart for a long time. But do not postpone your entire life until the answer arrives. Live faithfully now. Love now. Serve now. Grow now. Be grateful now. You are not alive only for the future moment you have imagined. Today also carries meaning. There are people you can encourage today. There are lessons you can learn today. There are acts of kindness you can offer today. There are moments of worship available to you before the prayer is answered. Do not let waiting become a prison. Let waiting become a place where trust can grow. Sometimes you believe that your greatest life will begin when everything finally changes, but your life is happening now. Do not overlook the sacredness of ordinary moments. The conversation at your table matters. The person you comfort matters. The work you perform with integrity matters. The quiet decision to forgive matters. You do not need a stage to live with purpose. Purpose can be present in the smallest act of love. When you smile at someone who feels unseen, you can bring light into their day. When you listen patiently to a hurting person, you may give them a gift greater than words. When you share what you have with someone in need, your actions can become an expression of worship. This is what I want you to understand. Worship is more than a song you sing. Worship is a life you offer. You worship when you pray with sincerity. You worship when you open your heart to truth. You worship when you forgive despite the temptation to remain bitter. You worship when you serve without needing applause. You worship when you choose honesty, even when no one would know otherwise. You worship when love becomes visible through your actions. Let your entire life become an answer to the love you have received. Do not separate your faith from your daily life. Do not speak to me only in a sacred building and then forget me when you enter your responsibilities. Bring me with you into the ordinary places. Speak to me when you begin your work. Ask for wisdom before difficult conversations. Seek patience when frustration rises. Remember me when success comes, so that gratitude may protect your heart from pride. I want to walk with you through your whole day, not only through your emergencies, not only through your tears, through everything. When morning arrives, invite me into the day. When you face a decision, pause and seek wisdom. When someone wounds you, bring the pain to me before bitterness takes root. When you receive good news, give thanks. When you encounter disappointment, do not immediately assume that your story is ruined. Keep walking with me. There are times when you will feel strong and times when you will feel weak. Do not believe that your weakness makes you invisible to me. Weakness can become the place where you learn dependence. You have tried to survive through your own strength so many times, only to discover that human strength has limits. That is not something to be ashamed of. You were never meant to live as though you were self-sufficient. You were created for relationship. You need love. You need truth. You need community. You need grace. And you need moments when you remember that you are not your own source of strength. If you have been trying to carry life alone, let this be the moment when you begin releasing that false responsibility. Ask for help when help is needed. Speak honestly with people you trust. Seek wise guidance when you do not know which direction to take. Do not confuse isolation with strength. You are not required to fight every battle alone. And when the world becomes loud, seek stillness. There are moments when you must turn away from the endless voices that demand your attention. Not every opinion deserves a place inside your heart. Not every headline deserves to control your peace. Not every criticism deserves to define your identity. Be careful what you allow to speak over you repeatedly. Fill your heart with truth. Let scripture become a source of wisdom. Let prayer become a place of honesty. Let gratitude become a practice. Let worship become part of your daily rhythm. You are constantly becoming shaped by what you repeatedly receive. If you feed fear every day, fear will become louder. If you continually compare your life with everyone around you, dissatisfaction will grow. But when you return to truth, peace has room to take root. You may still face difficult circumstances. You may still have unanswered questions. But your heart does not have to become a home for hopelessness. There is hope because you are not walking alone. There is hope because the present moment is not the final chapter. There is hope because love is still stronger than bitterness. There is hope because grace still invites you to begin again. And there is hope because I remain near. If you believe you need to stop carrying tomorrow before it arrives, type "I release my worries" in the comments. Let that simple declaration become a reminder to return your anxious thoughts to prayer whenever they rise again. Now stay with me and carry this message into your life. Do not simply listen and move on unchanged. Tonight, when worry begins to return, practice what you have heard. Pause, breathe, pray, release what you cannot control. Tomorrow, when responsibilities begin to crowd your mind, ask for wisdom instead of surrendering to panic. You are learning a new rhythm, not the rhythm of constant fear, not the rhythm of endless striving, not the rhythm of trying to control every outcome, but the rhythm of walking with me, step by step, day by day, decision by decision. Let your life become an offering of faith. Let your words become gentler. Let your heart become more generous. Let your courage become stronger. Let your worship become visible. And when you do not know what comes next, do not stand frozen before the unknown. Take the next faithful step you can see. I can guide a moving heart that continues to seek truth, wisdom, and love. You do not need to force the entire future open today. Walk with me now. Trust me now. Love now. Pray now. And live this day with the understanding that your life is held by hands greater than your own. The road ahead may still contain surprises, but you are not without a guide. The future may still contain questions, but you are not without hope. The night may still become dark, but darkness cannot cancel the reality of my presence. So let your heart rest. You are known, you are loved, you are guided, and you are never walking alone. The road before you may still be unclear, but you are not walking into it without me. There is something I want you to remember when you wake tomorrow and the responsibilities of life begin calling your name. Before the messages arrive, before the worries return, before your mind begins racing through everything that could happen, remember this truth: you are not beginning the day alone. I am already present. I am present in the quiet before the noise. I am present in the questions before the answers. I am present in the first step before you can see where the path will lead. You have spent so much time trying to understand the entire journey that you have sometimes forgotten the grace available for the next step. You want to know what will happen next year. You want certainty about the people in your life. You want every decision to come with a guarantee that nothing will go wrong. But life does not always reveal itself that way. Some paths are understood only after you have walked them. Some lessons become clear only after time has passed. Some prayers are answered in ways you could never have imagined when you first whispered them. So stop demanding that your mind possess what only time can reveal. You do not need to know everything to move forward faithfully. You need wisdom for this decision. You need grace for this day. You need courage for this moment. And you need the humility to remember that you are not your own guide. Walk with me. When you do not know which direction to choose, seek me. When you are tempted to react in anger, pause and seek wisdom. When fear tries to convince you that the future is already lost, return to truth. When disappointment comes, bring your wounded heart to me instead of allowing bitterness to become your shelter. I am not asking you to become a person who never struggles. I am inviting you to become a person who knows where to turn when struggle arrives. There will be days when the mountains seem high. There will be valleys that test your endurance. There will be moments when you feel alone even while surrounded by people. There will be prayers that require patience. But no season has the power to separate you from the love that calls you back to me. You may lose your way for a moment, but you can return. You may stumble, but you can rise. You may become tired, but you can rest. You may feel confused, but you can seek wisdom. You may wait longer than you expected, but waiting does not mean your life has stopped having purpose. Keep bringing your life before me. Not only the spiritual parts you believe belong in prayer. Bring your whole life. Bring your work. Bring your family. Bring your finances. Bring your decisions. Bring your disappointments. Bring your dreams. Bring the plans you are afraid to tell anyone. Bring the questions that still make you uncomfortable. Nothing becomes too ordinary when you learn to walk with me through it. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a perfect schedule. You do not need to pretend that you understand everything. Speak honestly. Sit quietly when you have no words. Listen when your heart needs to become still. Prayer is not a performance designed to impress me. It is relationship. It is returning again and again to the one who knows you completely. My child, I want you to stop believing that you must earn the right to rest in my presence. You are welcome to come when you are strong. You are welcome to come when you are weak. You are welcome to come when your faith feels powerful. You are welcome to come when you barely know what to pray. Do not wait until you feel worthy enough. Come because grace has already opened the way. There are people listening now who have been carrying guilt for years. You replay what you did. You replay what you failed to do. You imagine that everyone else has moved on while you remain trapped in the same memory. But I'm telling you to stop building a permanent home inside your past. Learn from it. Take responsibility where needed. Seek forgiveness where it is right to seek forgiveness. Make changes where changes are necessary, but do not confuse repentance with endless self-punishment. Grace calls you forward. There is a life ahead of you that cannot be lived if you keep staring behind you. Do not let shame become stronger than the mercy you have received. Remember the love revealed through Jesus. Remember that grace is not a small promise for small failures. Grace reaches into broken places. It calls the weary to return. It gives hope to those who thought they had gone too far. It does not tell you that sin is meaningless. It tells you that mercy and transformation are possible. Receive that mercy. Then allow your life to change. Freedom is not merely a word you speak. It becomes visible in the choices you make after receiving grace. Choose truth when a lie would be easier. Choose love when resentment feels more natural. Choose forgiveness when bitterness begins to feel comfortable. Choose humility when pride wants to protect itself. You are not being called into a life of empty religion. You are being invited into a life that becomes different because love is changing you. Let people see that change, not through perfection, through faithfulness, through kindness, through patience, through honesty, through the courage to begin again. And remember that worship is waiting for you everywhere. When you lift your voice in praise, let your heart be sincere. When you read scripture, do not treat the words as something to rush through. Allow truth to challenge you and comfort you. When you kneel in prayer, bring your real heart, but do not stop worship when the music ends or when the prayer is finished. Continue worshiping through the way you live. When you encourage someone who feels invisible, let that become worship. When you share with a person in need, let that become worship. When you forgive instead of taking revenge, let that become worship. When you perform ordinary work with honesty and care, let that become worship. Your life can become a testimony without becoming a performance. You do not have to impress the world to reflect love. Sometimes, the greatest witness is simply a person who remains faithful when life becomes difficult. Sometimes, it is the person who refuses to become cruel after being wounded. Sometimes, it is the person who remains grateful while waiting. Sometimes, it is the person who continues praying after disappointment. Sometimes, it is the person who chooses hope when despair would be easier. Let your life become that kind of testimony. And do not be anxious about the future as though anxiety could protect you from it. Tomorrow is not improved by your fear. Your mind may continue producing questions, but you do not have to answer every question with panic. Take your concerns to prayer. Ask for wisdom. Prepare where preparation is possible. Then trust me with what you cannot control. You have heard this message, but now I want you to live it. When worry returns, practice release. When shame returns, remember grace. When loneliness returns, remember that you are not unseen. When the future feels uncertain, take the next faithful step. When the waiting becomes difficult, do not stop believing that unseen growth can still be taking place. When you encounter someone who is hurting, allow your own past pain to make you more compassionate. This is how you carry faith into everyday life. Not merely through emotional words, but through repeated choices. If you want to begin walking into your next season with trust instead of fear, type Amen, I will walk with God in the comments. Let those words become your reminder when you face another difficult day that you do not have to carry the road alone. And stay with this truth beyond this moment. Do not allow this message to end when the video ends. Take it with you when you wake up. Remember it during your work. Return to it when you face a decision. Whisper a prayer when anxiety begins speaking louder than peace. Practice what you have received. Choose gratitude before you see the full answer. Choose prayer before panic takes control. Choose truth before fear writes another story. Choose love when life gives you reasons to become hard. Choose faithfulness in the small things. Your future is built through more than dramatic moments. It is also shaped through the quiet decisions nobody applauds. The decision to rise again, the decision to forgive, the decision to pray, the decision to remain honest, the decision to release a burden you cannot control. Do not underestimate these choices. They are shaping your life. And one day you may look back and see that the road you feared was not empty. I was there in the morning light. I was there in the difficult conversation. I was there in the moment you thought you could not continue. I was there when you cried. I was there when you laughed again. I was there when you did not know what to say. There is no place your life can take you where my presence is beyond reach. There is no season too dark for you to seek me. There is no day too ordinary for grace. There is no moment too broken to bring before me. Walk with me, work with me, rest with me, learn with me. When you do not understand, trust. When you are afraid, pray. When you are weary, rest. When you are grateful, worship. When you are forgiven, walk in freedom. When you are loved, allow that love to move through your life and reach someone else. You are not here by accident. Your life has value. Your story still matters. Your heart can still grow. Your future can still hold hope. Do not surrender your purpose to one painful chapter. Keep moving forward. Keep seeking me. Keep your heart open. The road may not always be easy, but you have a guide who does not abandon you in the darkness. And when you cannot see far ahead, you do not need to see everything. Take the next step, then another. Walk with me. Let my presence become your refuge, and let my truth become the light you carry into the unknown. If this final message has brought peace, strength, or renewed hope into your heart, comment Amen and share this message with someone who may need encouragement today. If you feel happy with these words and this message has helped you grow in faith, please like, subscribe, and share this channel so that more people can receive hope and encouragement. And if you would like to support this ministry and help us continue sharing these devotional messages, you can use the support link given below. Now go into your day with courage. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not alone. I am with you in the journey, and I will guide you as you continue to walk by faith.